Well, we want to welcome you back. We're going to do a recipe this time that some of you probably always do or have done on a special Sabbath day or afternoon. And then some of you probably have never seen it before. And it is entitled Haystack. Let's look at the ingredients.
Okay.
It calls for 1 package of corn chips, 4 cups of kidney beans cooked, 1 cup of tomato sauce, 1 cup of mock burger crumbles, 1 bunch of curly leaf lettuce shredded, 1 tomato chopped, 1 can of black olive sliced, about 8-ounce can, 1 green pepper chopped, 1 onion chopped, 1 cup of your favorite salsa, and 2 tablespoons of tofutti, better than cream cheese, plain.
Okay.
Now that's a lot of stuff, but this is one of the most wonderful recipes. I love.
It's easy to do. A lot of people probably never heard of a haystack. And did you do a report in college about how to build a haystack? Is that correct?
I have to tell you that when I was doing my master's program, I was in an English class, and they had all these different things going on. You had to write a special paper. And this was a paper making a description of something you put together. And so I said, I'm going to write how to build a haystack.
Okay.
Because I know when they thought about the word haystack, they were thinking about the farm and, the rake and, getting the pile all together. But this was about food. And I got an A on that paper, and my teacher kept it.
She kept it, didn't give it back to you, huh?
She kept the paper. But I still know how to make the haystack.
Okay. Well, as long as you got the A, that's the most important thing.
Now, on this recipe, I'm going to start off with just putting my tomato sauce and the boca crumbles. So what I want them to see is the actual boca itself. And this actually comes in, it's the Boca company makes this. This is a ground burger, meatless, all right? And it looks just like this.
It really does. And it's excellent because it's half a cup, 0.5 grams of fat. Now, ground beef is 5 grams of fat, 10 grams of fat. And then also, this is 0 cholesterol.
Yes.
Half a cup.
Yes.
Half a cup of ground beef is 50 milligrams of cholesterol. So this is very excellent for those who want to move into the plant-based diet.
So we're going to start off by just putting in, we just got us a hot stove today. It's all right. We want it to be working. We want it to be working, and it's working. And
now, you mentioned also about another thing, we'll probably mention this later on, the Soy Supreme Tofutti Sour Cream.
Yes. While I put the burger in, why don't you go ahead and discuss that with them so they can see that also.
Yeah, we have a shot on our table here of the Soy Supreme Tofutti Sour Cream, and it's excellent for in place of regular sour cream. And we emphasize this, it's dairy-free, and you can get this at not only health food stores, but now also at major grocery stores across the nation as well. So Soy Supreme, Tofutti puts it out.
Soy Supreme.
Yes.
And also we have
dairy-free.
We also have our own sour cream in our book.
Yes,
also.
we sure do.
We do our sour cream, our whipped cream. We do different types of cheeses. All those are part of the global and also the revised special.
That's right. You have them in your supplement pack too.
Now this does not take long because first of all the burger's already ready to go. So you just kind of heat it up. And if you want to make it a lot more spicy, you can add maybe a little bit of chili or something to it to make it hotter if you want to.
What about some cayenne pepper?
No, I wouldn't put the cayenne in there right this moment.
Just crush the cayenne.
Now the next step is, we're going to take our beans, and we talked about the beans we're going to be using, but we have all these wonderful things that are going to go on this haystack.
It's going to be our haystack ingredients.
And the object is how do you build a haystack? We say one vegetable at a time. Okay, we got all the vegetables going. So why don't you go ahead and start up the onions for me?
And I'm going to just diced or what?
Just cut half of it because we're going to make a haystack.
Okay,
and I'm just going to take part of this tomato and do part of the tomato too, because I want you to see the haystack at the end. And I'm not quite sure if we won't get so excited we might wind up eating it before the show is over.
Well, baby, I'm telling you right now, I'm excited already. So
okay, and we put the tomatoes on it, and you can do anything. I've seen haystacks that actually had the brown rice on it as well. You can put any kind of beans on it that you want to put on it, and that's enough of that. Well, how about getting us a green pepper?
And
let's get
half
us a
of this.
Plate. That. Half of that.
Okay.
Got our plate going. We're going to move.
We are building a haystack.
Building a haystack. We're going to put that, and then that's enough of that one there. That's just enough so they can actually just see it.
One more.
One more.
Okay, that's it.
And then chop that up. And then we got our curly leaf lettuce. And I talked about the lettuce. I talked about the fact that the lettuce was one of the things that give people a hard time. Another one of those we call gas-forming foods. But guess what? Sometimes it's the iceberg lettuce. If you just go to something like the green leaf lettuce, you will see that it's different. It's a softer lettuce. The romaine lettuce also as well. So we're going to actually slice that up as well. And it just depends on what you want to do. Let's start with a little bit of chips on our plate.
Okay, now we are building our haystack.
Building a
so
haystack.
This will be our base.
Yes, base.
Correct? And so, how about that, honey? A little bit more?
No, put some more in this. You're going to build that haystack. Go ahead. Just give me about half of it.
Now, this is a haystack we want light. No fire on this.
All right, now we got that haystack.
There you
And
go.
kind of pile it. Just give me a little bit more, baby.
A little bit more, baby?
Put it in there.
Okay, baby.
All right,
How about that, baby?
Okay, that's it. All right, now,
All right.
now,
Okay.
The next step is we're going to take we got our beans. It's ready to go. It's ready to go.
Next
And
layer.
Two things you can do. One is we've got our burger and our tomato sauce over here cooking.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to just take the beans and just stir it right into the mix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to put a couple of those in, and gives us some substance for that haystack. All right, we
Okay.
got that going, and what we're going to do, Curtis, is we're going to start up with the
Time to build a
very
haystack.
first one, and it's very, very easy and quick, and then we're going to just pour it over top. All right?
Okay,
Now,
calm down.
with that, we're going to go ahead on and just start putting things on. I'm going to put some lettuce on,
Now, what
and
do you want me to
put
do?
some peppers on.
Okay, I can put the olives.
Then we can put some
Let me
onions
put something
on.
red to make it.
And then you got the red. Did you get the peppers on there already?
Yeah, I ain't gonna
All right,
put
get
the
that
green
there.
on the green.
Put that on there.
Okay.
And then on top of that, we're going to put a little bit of the salsa.
Salsa.
Look at this
Give a
salsa.
little pizzazz.
And then on top of that, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of the
Soy Supreme. Bam.
Ooh.
Right there
and
on
you
top.
got a haystack. I'm
Haystack,
telling you,
all
a
right.
haystack. And at the end of the program, you're going to see it.
Okay.
So we're going to move to our next recipe, which is actually a vegetable soup.
Oh,
And let's look at the ingredients on that one.
okay.
It calls for the cooked beans from the slow cooker, 1 cup of potatoes diced, 1 cup of tomatoes diced, a half a cup of carrots sliced, 1 cup of tomato sauce. For your seasonings, you'll do salt to taste and your favorite herbs.
Okay.
Now, this one is just one of those quick recipes
All
that
right.
we're going to just take those same beans and we're going to turn it now into a vegetable bean soup.
Using the same beans.
Same one.
Same
So we
ones.
have our tomato sauce with
Okay.
diced tomatoes. We have some potatoes.
Potatoes?
We have our carrots.
And carrots.
And of course we have our beans.
All right.
So we're just going to take our sauce first. We're going to put them on in here. Now,
I just
you want
realized this too, honey, that this also is a meal that's very inexpensive.
very
I
inexpensive
mean, your beans,
meal,
your
very
dry
economical.
beans is what? A bag of dry beans, what? 30, 40, 50 cents,
Yes.
whatever?
Yes. Yep.
So,
Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put the potatoes in.
all right.
Let me have one of those spoons there, baby.
Okay, baby.
All right. And we're going to put the potatoes in. Whoa, in. We
Okay.
want the potatoes to go in. Nobody gets out.
The camera didn't pick up on that one.
All
did it?
right. And then we're going to go ahead on and put those carrots in as well. Let's put the
Okay.
carrots. All right. One left.
There you go.
One.
Help you out with the
Come on.
finger. Help me out, baby.
Oh,
There you go. Okay.
okay. Now, the beans will already have some juice in it from the actual slow cooker itself. So what we're going to do is just take our pot, we're going to bring it over, and we're going to put our beans inside as
Oh,
well.
okay. So you use these beans for a lot of dishes.
Yes.
Your haystack, vegetarian
Yes.
bean soup.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now your cookbook has a lot of legume or bean recipes in there.
Has a lot of those
Okay.
in there as far as,
What you need.
I'm just going to just take and wipe my pan a little bit here.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to put that back on the stove. Now, I do want to say that when you're doing your vegetable soup, what you want to do is you want to add any acid you want to add lastly, and the herbs lastly, and the salt as well. The salt will actually cause a problem for the beans to toughen up, although they're already cooked, but they will cause a problem. The acid will do the same thing, and so will sugar. So when you're making the bean soup, same beans, we're just going to make this up like, put it in here, warm it up, and at the end of our program, they're going to see that bean soup. And so you want to stay by.